Hello friends, once again I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel Professor Iqbal Tajwale. In this episode of lecture, we will discuss one of the famous essays of Robert Lynd, which is forgetting. Now you might have come across many such events in your life where you might have forgotten some things, particularly maybe the idea, maybe the invitation, maybe one important thing that belonged to you. Now forgetting is a wonderful essay written by 20th century essayist Robert Lynd, who talks about the nature and the effects of forgetting. How people can forget things, whether they do it intentionally or it happens by chance from them. He was unhappy to see that the list of articles which were forgotten by the travelers was displayed at the London railway station, which was kept for sale there. Then he comes across such a things which were impossible for him to believe. Now, this is something which made him unhappy and which made him curious to think about the people's nature to forget things. Okay, the list of articles, these were the articles which belong to one particular game, particularly football and cricket. And there he came to a conclusion that the people who forgot these items or articles, they belong to young age. And probably these were the sportsmen. Based on this assumption, he comes to a point that the people who have forgotten these articles, these were the sportsmen. Now when he goes further and talks about what forgetting can make us suffer, is all about the things which we want to do. And he says people will never forget somebody's invitations, people will never forget somebody's call for dinner, somebody invites them for dinner, okay, or for a movie or for other gatherings, okay. These things, they will never forget, but people will forget small things which they don't remember, things which are not important for them, things which are easy to remember. Okay, example, the things like if somebody knows that he has to take medicines on time, he will always forget. He knows that he will have meals, and medicines are the things that are taken before, during or after the meals. Even then he forgets to have medicine. And because of this reason, according to Robert Lynd, the chemists or the pharmacists, they earn a lot of money because people, they forget to have medicines on time. And it is not only about this event. He also says that most of the people, they forget to post a letter. He gives his example also. It is not practically possible for him to remember to post a letter. Even he says the people, they will never forget to dress up well. Okay, they will not forget a single item of their dressing. So this shows that the people, those things which they want to remember, they will never forget, but the things that they don't want to remember, they will always forget. Okay, according to psychologists also, people, those things they wish to remember, they will never forget. The things they wish to remember, they will never forget, and the things they wish not to remember, they will always forget. Okay, so the things that they hate, they will never remember, and the things that they don't hate, they will always remember. So this is what the psychologists tell about the people and their nature. Now, it is not only about this itself. According to Robert Lynd, it is not practically possible for him also to remember a letter to post on right time. And anybody who judges his character based on posting a letter, that will be the misjudging of his character. That is what he says. He even makes some people to remember that he has to post a letter. When he plans to give somebody a letter to post, he makes him aware that he has to post a letter by putting him a promise or an oath, so that he will never forget. But what happens most of the time, the people, they forget to post the letters which were given by him. Though the letters were there in his pocket, though the letters were there in their pockets or in his or her pocket, they always forget to post those letters on time. Now after having said itself, he goes forward and talks about the different type of people who has good memory power and who doesn't have good memory power. According to him, politicians and young people, particularly sportsmen, they don't have good memory power. And because of this reason, or to prove this, he gives an example of the items which were forgotten by the players by traveling train. Okay, so when they come, their game is finished, when they travel back to their places, their entire imagination will be there in the same game. Okay, they were playing on the field, and what they do is they are getting the victory closer to them, and how they played well, how the moments were happy, and how the things were happening according to their wish. So they will be in the same thought, and in this thought what happens, generally they forget to bring the things, forget to bring the articles on the right time, and because of this reason they leave that, and these articles were afterwards sold by the London station, okay, and they were kept to sell there. Now